Are you putting money into your 401k plan? This is the video for you. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the key changes that are coming to your 401k plan with the max savers in 2025. And this is really focused on trying to get a lot more people to save a lot more money for retirement and kind of close the gap with the windfall that we see of people not saving enough getting into retirement. A couple years in, all of the retirement savings is already kind of gone at that point. So many Americans face a very big retirement shortfall when it comes to setting aside money. It's going to get easier in 2025, which is a great thing. Honestly, if you can save money, having the ability to save more money does make perfect sense. So Congress is changing a couple things, and they talked about several retirement system improvements, including updating your 401k plan, required withdrawals, 529 college savings plans, and a couple other things which we don't know what's going to pass, what is not going to pass, and we're going to have to stay tuned to see exactly what it is. So with some Secure 2.0 changes that have already happened, another key word is max saver. So max saver will begin in 2025, according to Vanguard, which of course holds a majority of retirement funds, including my own, in Vanguard funds. So 4 out of 10 Americans feel like they are behind in retirement planning and savings, according to CNBC, but that is changing to 401k contributions starting next year, where the contribution limits are going to change with the high 401k catch-up contribution limits. So as it sits today, employees can defer up to $23,000 into a 401k as of 2024, with an extra $7,500 for workers between the age of 50 and older. You can put extra money in there. So when you think about that, that's a pretty good contribution. I mean, you're talking over $30,000 in total that you could put in there. But starting in 2025, workers aged 60 to 63 can boost annual 401k contributions to $10,000. So you can put another $10,000 or 150% of the catch-up contribution, whichever of the two is greater. Something to really know: when it comes up to the contribution limits for 2025, IRS has not unveiled what it is going to be, but every single year with inflation, with everything else, we see the contribution limits that do increase. Now, this, of course, is a great way to really boost your retirement savings right before you retire. If you're looking at the age of 60 to 63, retirement age for most people is 65. Some of us that were born later, 67, and they are trying to move it to 69 for getting the full benefits or the full retirement age. Now, it's estimated 15% of eligible workers will be able to use this, which again, not a lot if you're talking 15%, but the catch-up contributions tend to be very high earners. This is where the max saver kind of comes in, but could have concerns about really living a comfortable retirement. Now, more than half of the 401k participants with income above $150,000 and nearly 40% of account balances made catch-up contributions, which is great in 2023. So we're seeing a lot more contributions that are being made. And also, they were also talking about a lot of people who are moving their money over to Roths. They think with the tax changes that are going to be coming in the next few years, there's going to be a big need to move a lot of the 401k or the IRA money over into the Roth variant, pay the taxes on it now with knowing what is kind of coming down the pipeline. Now that brings us to the Roth catch-up contributions. Another Secure 2.0 change will remove the upfront tax break on catch-up contributions for high earners, but only allowed to deposit after-tax Roth accounts. Very interesting in that one. The change applies to catch-up deposits of 401ks, 403bs, 457bs. So if you have any of those plans who earn more than $145,000 from a single company the prior year, the amount will be adjusted for inflation annually. This is the Roth catch-up contributions. So however, the IRS in August of 23 delayed the implementation of the rule until January of 26. That means that workers can still make pre-taxed 401k contributions up through 2025, regardless of the income. So essentially, it seems like with the changes that they're making, people who earn a lot more are going to be able to contribute more, is what I'm kind of understanding and grabbing from this article on MSN. Now, when it comes to retirement contributions, guys, there's a couple things you have to remember and really spend your time, spend your energy, spend your effort into figuring out exactly how much you need to put to retirement. What does retirement look like? What is the plan? For a majority of individuals that I sit down talking about retirement planning, we go through a lot of different scenarios. How much money do you need? Where does your budget sit? If you're an individual that is saying, okay, well, on a monthly basis, I need $4,000 to retire. If I don't have that $4,000, I'm not going to be able to pay all of my bills. Where is that $4,000 going to come from when you start taking Social Security? When you look at your estimated Social Security, it might say $2,200, $2,400. Okay, well, in that case, you might have a $1,600 shortfall in income. That income is going to have to come from somewhere. And if you're taking out, again, that $1,600 a month out of something like this, a retirement plan, an RMD, whatever it may be, how long is that money going to last? Where is your number for this? It is going to be greatly different for everybody. Across the board, you are going to see numbers where, hey, people only need $1,500 to live because the house is paid off, all the cars are paid off, you don't have very many expenses. And I also see people on the other side that are running $6,000 or $7,000 in expenses a month that possibly cannot retire because they don't have enough money in retirement savings. And if they do, between Social Security and a pension, how strapped is it going to be? And what do you want your retirement to look like? Is really another big thing that people need to focus on. Is, again, it's going to be crazy and it's going to be wildly different from individual to individual, but it just seems like the general things that I see, the more that you're putting into 401k plans, the more you're putting into IRAs, HSAs, any of those retirement vehicles. There's no point where you have kind of too much in there, short of being very detrimental to your lifestyle or things you want to do. If I'm saving everything that I have into these 401k plans, into retirement plans, and I'm not enjoying my life, I'm not going on vacation, I'm not taking my kids, I'm not doing everything or anything at all because of the frugal aspect of life, that can be kind of over savings looking at max savings. But again, when it comes to a majority of Americans and the 401k contributions, IRA contributions, there isn't enough to go around. Things have gotten way more expensive than they used to be, meaning one of the things that a lot of people have cut is the retirement savings and putting money away. Overall, it's not a good idea, guys. You have to retire, and at some point you will retire, regardless of if you have $0 in that retirement account or you're sitting on $2 million. And the younger that you start doing contributions, I really focus on this with myself and my team. The younger that you start the contributions, if you can get to that 15% for an extended amount of time, even if you start 18, 20, 22, if you start putting money away into retirement accounts at that age in the amount of 15%, meaning you have 85% of your remaining income, that is going to live within your means. That is going to be what you're going to kind of base your life on, is that 85% of the income that is left. You are going to have a very, very happy and healthy retirement. Hopefully, if there's any medical issues, who knows what that's going to look like in the future. But if you have the money and you're putting the money away on a consistent basis, it is going to make a big difference when it comes to retirement, having the ability to really retire. But back to the article, guys, when it comes to those 401k plans, we know that there is going to be a boost in 2025, which literally is crazy to think, but it's a couple months away. Workers between the age of 60 and 63 can boost annual 401k contributions up to $10,000 or 150% of the catch-up limit, whichever is greater. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the changes. And honestly, I think they need to give Americans the ability to invest a lot more money, to put away a lot more money in these 401k plans, in retirement savings for the people that do want to save and are frugal about it. Definitely giving us the ability and the tools we need to put a lot more money into these 401k plans and any retirement plan in general. So, all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.